Good afternoon, Hobart High School. This is your host, Mr. Crouch, with another HTV live broadcast. We have, as always, with us, Olivia Rosales.
Hi.
We've got Leila Castro.
Hi.
We've got Aaron Bell.
Hello.
We've got Madison Santillan.
Hello.
And for esports, we've got Cameron Vanderberg.
Hey, guys.
All right, and with that, I will turn it over to our host, Olivia. Take it away, Olivia.
All right. Innovate Within gives Hoosier students the opportunity to create their own business plans and showcase entrepreneurial ideas throughout the state. Every year, there is a contest where the winner will receive a $10,000 cash prize and a $10,000 towards a year of in-state tuition. There are 3 rounds. The first round, you have to make a video and pitch it. Next, if you advance to the second round, you will pitch your idea to judges in your region. And finally, if you advance to the last round, you will pitch your idea in Indianapolis to the panel of judges. But due to COVID-19, the 10 teams that advanced had to pitch their ideas virtually. We had 2 teams from Hobart that participated in this competition. Both of the teams made it to the final round and placed first and second throughout the state. Here we have Mr. Schultz to talk more about that.
How's it going?
Good.
So, you want me to just go straight into explaining some things, or do you have specific questions for me?
Yeah, you can start explaining more if you want. Yeah.
Okay. So the 2 teams that we had that advanced both came out of my engineering design and development class. That's a course at the high school. It's like the top tier engineering course after you take some of the prerequisites. But we spend the entire year on one single design or one single idea. So the idea of that class or the background of that class is kind of, giving students time back to spend on things they're interested in. So the 2 groups that placed, they've been working on something for an entire year that, they basically come into class and they say, this is what we're interested in doing. And I kind of help them along the way. The Innovate Within competition you had it spot on. That's a competition that we enter because it just aligns with the curriculum so well that the timing's perfect. So we did, the AM Therapeutics team won the regional round, and they each got $1,000 for that round. And then so they had won their kind of slot to state. And Jerry and Will's team, Trifecta Sports, they ended up being the wild card in the state. There was only one wild card. So out of the entire state of Indiana, they only picked 1 team to advance to state, and that was Jerry and Will. And then they pulled off the second place win. So we swept the competition as much as we could with first and second with almost $70,000 in prizes. It's great.
All right. Yeah, that's cool. I understand that we have them here too, don't we? Yeah? All right.
Yes, we do. We've got Jerry and Will.
Hello.
Hello.
You guys want to talk some about
all right, Will, you want to start off with a little explanation of what we do?
All right. So me and Jerry came together at the end of last year, and I knew I was going to be taking EDD, but I didn't know what I was going to do or what product I was going to make. So I started looking back into what I've done my whole life and really what a problem I've seen. And I've been playing football for roughly 11 years. And a couple years ago, I had a concussion, and now I have some symptoms that I'm not going to be able to get rid of, sadly. But that had me thinking there's got to be a way that I can fix this. So me and Jerry's mission this year for our Innovate Within project, we have designed a new interior for football helmets. And we originally wanted to build a helmet from the ground up at the regional competition. And we've seen some problems with that. So we went and pivoted towards a licensing style deal. And that's what ultimately ended up getting us the second place win.
Now, our design we came up with, it is a lot different than what already exists. So with me right now, this is what currently exists inside helmets, and this is a hard plastic. You can see it's got like simple geometric shapes to help reduce the impact. Our design here is a column-based system that uses hexagons that are tapered off towards the top, and this allows several. It's in our testing, it's proven to be safer, and it also has some more added benefits because it also prevents you from twisting the head more and the neck. So if you look at this design here, it's covered on the top and bottom. So if I twist this in my hand, the whole material twists. However, with our design here, you have it's not connected at the top here, so then the individual's column twist, further reducing the shock that makes it to the player's head.
All right, yeah. Do any of our other hosts have questions?
Yeah, even in live chat, if you guys have any questions, go ahead and type them in.
Yeah.
We can answer them.
I have a question for you guys. So what place did you guys get? You guys.
So originally at the regional competition, sadly we didn't win, but as you guys know, the two teams from Region 6 took first and second. We ended up getting second at state, so that got me and Jerry both a prize of $2,500 to do whatever we want if we wanted to further the business, which I believe me and Jerry are planning on doing. And
that's what we're working on right now.
Yeah, and then also having
it also got
money for us.
That's excellent. That is awesome.
Yeah,
we also have learned a trip to Seattle this summer as well if this COVID thing passes soon. And that Seattle trip will get to tour things like the Google headquarters and all that there and really learn how a bunch of business structure things and just get to see what other people are doing.
That's great. Mr. Schultz, you were going to say something?
Yeah, so the competition is very much an entrepreneurial competition, and this is an engineering class. But like I said, the timing and the curriculum lines up so well that we take these engineering projects and we try and launch a business using it. And what we're trying to do is, I've got an entrepreneurship class going on at the same time. We're trying to kind of cross curriculum here over the next couple of years. So, I was just going to say, if anyone's interested, engineering isn't the only way to get involved in this competition and with these teams. We can also do it through the entrepreneurship class, maybe others in the future. But yeah, the third place team took, what was it, guys? $1,500 a piece.
Yeah, it's $1,500.
Yeah, and then the $1,500. There was actually a tie for third place, so two teams came out with $1,500 a piece in third place. Jerry and Will with $2,500 a piece in second place. And then Abby Haluska, Megan Jones, and Josh Breitsprecher, they took first place. They each got $10,000 and $10,000 in scholarship towards an in-state college, on top of the $1,000 that they won on the regional round. So all in for our class, we're close to about $70,000 in prize money, including the scholarships. And we still have another competition to go.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. That's great. Congratulations to you guys.
Thank you.
Every year we're learning new things and we're able to pass it on to future years as well. So like a lot of what we learned this year, like me and Will got a lot of our help from Team Rearview, who won third in it last year, and they came out of Hobart as well.
Yeah, that's a great point. We placed last year. We took third. And I was super excited. So this is actually the third year we've done it. The first year we did it, we had 6 teams competing in regionals. Hobart did, and there was only one team from Kankakee Valley, and the kid from Kankakee Valley beat us all. And I took offense to that. So last year we were able to take the Rearview team to third in state in our second year. And then this year, our third year in the competition, we swept it first and second. So we're advancing very quickly, like Jerry said, by passing knowledge from previous years, and we're going to keep it going.
Oh, that's great. Looks like Tenshio says, good job, you guys.
Thank you.
All right. Well, any of our other hosts have any other questions? Oh, hold on one second. Cameron, come on in.
Yeah. So like I got to sit in one of the engineering classes and sort of watch you guys work on this. And I watched you guys also work on the helmet. Now, like you said beforehand, your original plan was to create a helmet from the ground up. Is that still sort of on the back burner, or are you guys just going with the interior designs?
So You want to take this, Jerry? Or you want me to take it?
We can both kind of. So the plan is in our licensing, we're including really all the stuff needed to make a helmet from scratch, but we're focusing all of our research right now on the protection system inside the helmet. In the future, once we pick things up, we'll start focusing maybe more on a full helmet.
Okay.
So, like Jerry said, we're really focusing on the inside. For lack of a better term, it's kind of our bread and butter. We really looked on the inside and I guess you can say revolutionized the inside of a football helmet before really doing it. So obviously we're still doing testing, still looking for better designs, but I think we found a design that's really going to work. Now we just got to put that into a helmet, and you never know. Maybe eventually we'll have enough resources to finally put out maybe a personalized helmet. You never know.
Cool.
All right. Well, I personally want to thank you guys for coming on the show today.
Yeah, no
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, it was an excellent, great job. It's a great program. And we look forward to hearing more great things coming out of that in the future.
Cool. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
All right. Thanks, guys. All right. Olivia, that leads us on to our next segment, which is
Leela will be talking about the importance of having a hobby. Take it over, Leela.
Thank you. So hobbies are very important because they give us something to do and they keep us from being bored. They give us a chance to be creative. And hobbies help relieve stress and they distract us. They keep us doing enjoyable things, whether it's painting, gaming, or taking care of plants. Hobbies can be beneficial mentally and creativity boosts a person's well-being. And it keeps a person engaged and can even help a person form connections with other people. Hobbies can also help people cope with traumas and they leave a person feeling free. With things like art, there's a lot of different things that you can do with it. There's no limits and there's no wrong way to do art. Hobbies give people confidence because when you really find that thing that you love to do and you just look at the finished product and you're proud of it, it gives you a big confidence boost. It's satisfying to just sit back and look at it, and hobbies also help with development. Starting off knowing not how to do something, and then over the years of practicing and just going at it, it really helps you just get better at it.
Yeah, I understand like the importance of a hobby because like now with like this like quarantine going on, it's like you gotta find stuff to like keep you busy or you're gonna like go crazy in your own home. It's like
Yeah, especially now it's really important to not just be with your nose in your phone all day.
yeah, because it's like you'll get bored of it like so soon and it's like you gotta find stuff to do or like just gonna
And there's so many different things that you can do.
Do any other hosts want to come in?
Leela, what are some of your own like personal hobbies? Like what do you do for fun?
Recently I have been doing a lot of painting. I've been taking things from my room and just painting it, making it look a little more lively. I took my curtains down and I put pictures up and just kind of completely did a 180. And I've been painting shoes and stuff and clothes. And I've been drawing.
It always sounds like fun. I love drawing.
Hello. Drawing is great. I love drawing. I'm sorry this. I was waving just to make sure Mr. Crouch would see me, and then he was still waving. My bad. But I know I've been drawing a lot recently. A lot of drawing, and I've been doing sculpting too. It's great keeping yourself distracted. Like it just makes quarantine so much more fun. Like I genuinely enjoy it now because I have so much time to work on my art and stuff.
Definitely.
Yeah.
No, yeah, definitely with hobbies and stuff like that. Especially for me, being a gamer, sitting inside is helping a lot. But I mean, other than that though, like I've gotten to spend more time on like my music and working with games and stuff. So having a hobby has kept me grounded and not wanting to claw at the walls.
Yeah, I can understand that. Having something to do has been great for me. I've been working on building my arcade cabinet, which I've been working on for the last 2 years now.
That
But
thing's
it's
so
coming
cool.
along a lot more rapidly now that we're stay-at-home order.
Yeah.
So awesome. Well, thank you guys very much. It was a great. Any comments from the viewers? Anybody have any hobbies? So what do you draw, Madison?
Oh, a lot of different things actually. Mostly, my favorite cartoon slash comic Invader Zim. I really like the art style. So I draw a lot of that, and it kind of like opened a gateway for me because I used to draw a lot in middle school, and then I just gave up because everyone started getting better than me, and I just started drawing again, and I'm like I would say I'm improving really quickly, and it makes me really happy to see that progress and the mixture of determination and just being proud of yourself for accomplishing something new. It's very rewarding. It's very great.
Awesome. Yeah, we have a Picazar saying that literally sanding my skateboard to repaint it while watching this.
Hi, Vinny.
Hi, Vincent.
Yeah, keep him busy though, man.
Hi,
Good on you,
Vinny.
Vinny.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's awesome. Like repainting skateboards, redoing work like that. That's great. Awesome, guys. Yeah, fantastic job, everyone. Hold on, I think Will has something else to say. Hang on one second, Will.
Also, if you have the money, go ahead and buy a Lego set.
Yes.
I ended up buying a $70 Lego set that was the International Space Station, and that took a whole 2 hours. So
There you
Definitely
go.
will pass the
taking
time.
it down and then building it back.
Yeah, Legos are definitely a way to keep occupied.
Yeah, during this quarantine, I built the Eiffel Tower twice already
Well,
in Legos.
there you go. Jenga too, because you keep building that over and over again.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think my entire room must be pink by now.
All right. Well, that's awesome. Thank you, everyone. All right, Olivia, let's move on to our next story.
Now over to Aaron with sports. Take it away, Aaron.
Thank you. Now, with the NBA season in absence, the basketball world looked virtually to solve their problem. So, the NBA held a players' tournament last Friday. The first round took place and is what the world had hoped for, with close games like Donovan Mitchell against Rory Hachimura, which ran to a close victory for Hachimura in 74-71. Trash talk with the league-renowned Patrick Beverley, and blowouts like the Andre Drummond and DeMarcus Cousins game, which was 101-49. With all the games played in the first round, every player moving on to the second round will be Derek Jones Jr., DeAndre Ayton, Trae Young, Patrick Beverley, Roy Hachimura, Devin Booker, Andre Drummond, and Montrezl Harrell. The second round will be played tonight at 7 p.m. on ESPN. UFC is extremely popular, and it was sad to see it follow other sports in canceling or postponing current events. But that is until recently, news broke out about the president of UFC, Dana White, had purchased a private island for fights to go on. Dana White had this to say on his buying of the island. "I'll tell you this, I'm this close to getting a deal done," White said. "So this place is where the fighting is going to be on April 18th. I have locked up for 2 months, so I'm going to continue to pump fights out." The fight Dana is referencing is supposed to be headlined by undefeated lightweight champion Habib Nurmagomedov against Tony Ferguson. Now, longtime beloved New England Patriot Rob Gronkowski signed a finalizing deal on March 11th to have him join the vast WWE universe. His first appearance did not upset. In his first ever title match, he obtained the 24/7 title a title that is constantly up for grabs and can be stripped at any moment. Finally, the football world got to see who made the All-Decade team. The All-Decade team is a collection of players who are all thought to be players that performed on a high level compared to most NFL players. Now, some familiar faces are on here, like Aaron Rodgers, Calvin Johnson, Marshawn Lynch, and Darrelle Revis. Yet there are such great players that it was thought unanimously that these players should be on there. Those players are Tom Brady, Joe Thomas, Adrian Peterson, J.J. Watt, Aaron Donald, Von Miller, and Justin Tucker.
All right, yeah, that's interesting. It's like it's interesting to see that they're also turning to games. Like,
No, yeah.
Yeah.
I know we talked about this last week a little bit, but like they're always going to games now, and it's like
Mhm.
revolutionizing the game world.
Yeah. I mean, you're not wrong. It really is.
I do think it's interesting that, especially with like UFC, they bought a whole island
Yeah.
to keep pumping out
That's
fights.
dedication.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That is definitely dedication. That's nuts. It's interesting how people are dealing with this self isolation and stay at home orders
Yeah.
in their own
Mhm.
unique ways. So turning to gaming, turning to
Yeah.
private island.
But I mean, me personally as a
Private
fan,
island.
I could
As
probably
one
speak for
does.
this. Me personally as a fan, I could probably speak for most people around the world, but I'm not complaining, especially like with the questionable moves like Dana White buying the island. But as a sports fanatic, I personally don't mind. It's
No, yeah.
something to watch.
You
Keep
still
me
get to see
entertained.
it, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's crazy. Awesome. Well, thank you very much. From the world of sports, Olivia, where are we going next?
Now we're going to esports. Take it away,
Going to
Cameron.
esports. Go ahead,
Esports, yeah.
Cameron.
So as we all know, esports took to the high school this year, but like every sport, it was sadly canceled and hit pretty hard by the COVID-19 virus. So what do all of us e-athletes do during the quarantine time? Well, for Hobart and many other schools around the nation, we are still competing. We compete at home. Many have joined the high school esports league. And then for Hobart, we have 2 Overwatch teams. We have many Minecraft players and many Hearthstone players that have already competed in some of their matches. Our JV Overwatch team has competed in 2 of their matches already, and we are 3-0 in both matches, so completely undefeated. We have 3 of our Hearthstone players who have won their matches, 3 out of 5. And we have a few of our players in Minecraft who are in the top 10, and all of them are in the top 20, top 25 in the nation. So we're doing pretty good. But for esports as a whole, it has been hit pretty hard with big tournaments like LCS, LES, RLCS, Dota 2, PCS, and multiple other conventions such as E3 and CSGO championships being canceled. Many companies are trying to get supplementary tournaments out to their players so that we can see some games in. We've seen this with RLCS having the Rivals series at home. We saw CSGO have their events at home, but we aren't seeing very many big tournaments like we would normally see on the esports network. For us at home, though, Hobart, we have a couple of our athletes participating in what is called the Social Distancing Cup. It's presented by Generation Esports, and it is this is a charity tournament to raise awareness for COVID-19. It uses esports to show how we can still have some fun and still participate in the thing that we love, even if we can't get it with our team. The games that will be played are Team 5 Tactics, a 1v1 auto chess strategy game, also 1v1s in Rocket League, and the 5v5 League of Legends tournaments. They will have up to $30,000 in prizing for all of these players, so we can see some Hobart guys in there. And already there are a lot of players ready for this competition. I know me personally, I'm playing in the Teamfight Tactics tournament, but for esports, the realm of esports is it's still pretty busy, even with a lot of pretty big championships being canceled.
Yeah, it's good that like we're trying to still like keep going from home, because like I know a lot of us were like bummed out. You're like, oh man.
Yeah, but
Like,
I know in the esports Discord, everyone's still pretty lively and
yeah.
still going on.
Oh yeah, so we got several teams, doing pretty well. You said Junior Varsity is doing pretty good, right?
Yeah, Junior Varsity, we played 2 matches, and both matches we completely sweeped. We're undefeated this season so far. We're trying to keep that streak though. But
So that's awesome. How
Yeah.
much time do you say you guys devote to practices and I mean, as an esport, it's not just hop online and play games. You guys have to develop strategies and plays,
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
how you're going to win against different opposing teams, different opposing forces.
So for the 1v1, where we're strictly it's just one person. I know me personally, I spend around 6 hours a day, or not a day, but every other day, I would say, practicing. Recently, I've been bumping that up. I've spent around 7 hours a day practicing. And then when it comes to our team for Overwatch, typically what we'll do is we will the day before a match we will practice. Sometimes 2 days before a match we'll practice for roughly around 4 to 5 hours. And then before a match, we will get on 2 hours before our match is going to be played and go over strategies and go over plays. And the reason we do this is, one, so we're not completely burning ourselves out. We don't want to play 8 hours a day every single day, just go, 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 because you eventually get tired. You eventually, just like any sport, it is taxing, but it's a little taxing on the eyeballs and the head. But so we regulate it. We make sure we have a schedule, and there's a lot of strategy and plays that go into it. For Overwatch specifically, there's a whole mess of stuff that I can get into. But with Hearthstone right now, everyone's in shambles with Hearthstone because new classes, new cards. So we're all trying to figure out what's going to be played. And all of us played our one match before the new class came out, and I know we had 3 guys win, and then with the new class being released, nobody knows what's going on. So we're all getting like 5 to 7 hours of practice to try to figure stuff out.
Oh well, the good news about that is it's constantly changing, so it's constantly making you evolve your skills.
Oh yeah. There's a lot that goes into figuring stuff out, and with updates and patches and nerfs and buffs, and you're keeping up with a lot, and you're trying to make sure that if you have a main in something, that main stays the same, and if he gets nerfed, you have to. There's a lot.
Okay, for those out there who aren't gamers, what's a nerf?
Okay, so a nerf is basically weakening something. So for all of you Overwatch players out there, Reinhardt, right? He got a nerf when the tank nerf came out, where his shield doesn't have a lot of protection anymore. He doesn't have as much protection. And then a buff is basically making someone stronger. So Reinhardt got a buff in the sense of he can move faster and swing his hammer faster. Like just recently in Hearthstone, there was some buffs or nerfs to a few of the cards that just got released, and we're still waiting to see what's going to happen with those. So when you play an esport, you have to keep track of all of that, plus of what's going on, plus what your teammates are doing. There's a lot that goes on, and it's really fun for logistic guys like me to keep like spreadsheets and look at all that stuff and keep track of the numbers for your team. So,
all right. Well, thank you very much.
Now,
Mhm.
all right. Now over to Maddie with the feline community.
Ugh. All right. So not every cat is perfect or comes from the most ideal background, but every cat deserves a safe, forever home. This is what the workers in the Feline Community Network say. The Feline Community Network, or FCN, is a small nonprofit rescue center for cats located in Hobart, on 154 South Illinois Street. FCN has many amazing volunteers who are willing to brave any weather to save a cat. The rescue center gets many calls a day from people who have found strays in their area. Sadly, FCN hasn't been able to accept these calls unless the cat is in dire need of medical help due to the lack of space in their building. They are now currently asking for donation of $20,000 on their Facebook page so that way they can move to a bigger location at 1601 West 37th Avenue. And so far they've raised $8,225 out of the $20,000 that they're asking for. From my personal experience of being there, it's a really nice rehabilitation center for cats. They have their volunteers come in during different times of the day, and they wash towels and stuff so that way the cats have like almost like these little blankets. They clean out their litter boxes, and they even play with the cats with little toys so that way they get their exercise and attention. And I've been there before. The cats are very friendly, very nice, and not only will this new building be able to have more cats there that they can rescue, but it'll also enable them to host more community outreach events. And these events help educate people on subjects such as taking care of a cat and why it's important to spade and neuter your animals so that way population doesn't get out of control. And I'm hoping that me talking about this will raise awareness so that way they can reach their goal faster. And their page is on Facebook, and it's just called Feline Community Network. And they're very open for adoptions right now. So if you go there, you can find a really nice cat. And I personally, I'm a cat person. So like, cats are misunderstood, just saying, like they're great. You just got to raise them right. And yeah, I'm just hoping that I can raise awareness so that way they can reach their goal faster.
Yeah, I get that. I mean, like sometimes cats can be standoffish at first, but like, you gotta like approach them slowly sometimes, or like get used to them.
Yeah.
Cats are really nice
It's like
pets. I have a cat, and she is the sweetest. She really is.
What is your favorite type of cat, Madison?
Wait, what?
What's your favorite type of cat?
I think the Oriental short hair cats are really interesting looking. Like they got really big, weird looking ears, and they're very like long and slim cats. I don't have any. I have a black and brown tabby named Digits, and then I have a Bengal shell type cat, and her name's Callie. And I had she was kind of like a tuxedo, except she was more gray. She was a really big cat. She passed away recently. She was a very great cat, and I grew up with her. She was very sweet. She kept her claws because she was so precious, right? Like she grew up around kids, she grew up around me, not kids, me. I'd give her a hassle and Digits, please do not step in front of the Okay, my cat's coming to say hi.
Speaking
Hi.
of cats,
Here's Digits. You heard me talking about him. This is my boy. He's my cat. He's 7 years old. And he acts like a dog. So like really if you just raise them right, they're really good pets and they're very calming and just like I can't sleep without having him purring nearby because it's almost like a noise machine for me.
Well, that's awesome that they're trying to raise. How much money did you say they were trying to raise?
$20,000.
Wow. Okay. And so you said Feline Community Network, and that was on their Facebook page.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's a great organization. It sounds like, and a great cause. I can tell you that adopting an animal is not easy, but it is very rewarding. And right now, probably a very good time to do it because we're all stuck at home. So it's a good time to adopt a new family member and take care of them and, be a loving and supporting owner of a new pet.
Yeah, especially if you're like I know my cousin, he just recently adopted a cat because he lives alone, and being with COVID-19, being alone is it drives you a little nuts sometimes, the isolation.
Yeah.
So if you guys are suffering from isolation, having a pet around is amazing. I know my dog. I don't know
Definitely.
what I'd do without her.
All right. Well, that was a great story. Wonderful way to end this broadcast. I thank you all again for tuning in and joining us for this broadcast. Let's have everyone sign off. Leela,
Bye.
Aaron,
Bye.
Cameron, thanks for joining us.
See it.
Madison, thank you as always for joining us. And Olivia.
Bye.
All right, that concludes this edition of HTV Live. We want to thank everyone who tuned in, and we all hope you have a great and safe day. Thank you again, everyone.